Incident response handling. Now, when we are talking about incident handling, it's an action or a plan for dealing with the misuse of computer systems or network. Or how do we respond, or how do we handle threats that attack our environment? We have talked about so many threats. So you could see there are some that are intrusion, malicious code, cyber theft, denial of service. Now, we have a written report of our policies and procedures that are in place so that when an incident occurs, we will know how we need to proceed. Incidents are adverse events in an information system or network, or an unauthorized use of an account or system privileges. It could be termed as an incident. And so there are stages that we go through during this incident response. And I want us to be able to run through them real quickly so that you have a better understanding. Now, the first step is that we need to be able to prepare. Preparation is always key. Developing an incident response plan is the key thing that we need. And you need to be able to make sure you have a policy and a procedure. We also need to make sure that we ensure that our staff are being trained on incident response. So we are saying that we need to ensure staff on the incident response roles and responsibilities in the event of data breach. And then you need to be able to test the incident response plan and make sure that every role is functioning as they are supposed to. Identification. Identification is a process where you determine whether your system has been breached. Now, a breach or an incident could originate from many different areas. And so this is where we do our risk analysis to identify the various risks. Then after we do containment, because we don't want the incident to spread across the whole organization, but we want to contain it within the area that they find itself now to prevent the attacker from getting any deeper. So we either disconnect him from the system or isolate the system. Then afterwards, we need to be able to categorize our internal hacking, external hacking malware, and identify the sensitivity of the events. So after we have determined the sensitivity, we want to know and we want to be able to understand that, okay, we have contained the system. We have isolated this MacBook from the whole network. Then now we have been able to address the issue. But we want to know and determine the sensitivity of the event. How serious was this? Is it a low, moderate? Who did it? Is it an internal hack and external? Who are taking responsibilities of this? Then after we come and look for the eradication. And this is where we determine the cause of the event, get rid of the malicious code or unauthorized account employee or that person. Then we apply patches to fix that vulnerability that we came to find. Then now we get into our recovery stage where we test and evaluate the impacted system to put the system back into production and monitoring. And that is what we have to do during our incident response. And that is all we have under implementation. I know it's a lot that we are dealing with, but that's a lot. We've talked about our SSP using our NIST 818. We have talked about our configuration management plan, our contingency plan, our incident response plan. We have talked about our system interconnection. And that is all where we need to be able to talk about under implementation. We'll take the SB 800-171 when we get into the CMMC. But for now, this is all we got. I'll see you in the next class when we talk about assessment.